Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and, uh... this is going to be my review for Black Clover, episodes 59 and 60. Like I said, in my last video I uploaded, not the review video, but the one I just uploaded, the dislike one. I've already got a plan on what's going to replace in another word of my smartphone. Essentially. You know, recording reactions wise. And if I feel like it, I will flash a picture of it on screen, so if you see something, then that's what it's going to be. So for those of you who've been asking for certain shows, you might get them, because like I said, I've already finished Shimonetta, I've already finished Blood of Zeus, I've already finished Another World with my smartphone, I'm caught up on Attack on Titan, and Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, and I'm gonna start My Hero Academia once the English dub drops. Heck, when that thing drops, I'm going after it. I don't care what time it is when that happens. If I've got time to record it, I will. So, yeah. I don't care if I have to get my nephews to go on the tablet and go in the other room, and if I could, I'd shut and lock the door, but there is no doorknob on that door anymore. They took it off because the kids were locking the door when nobody would be in there. Anyway, let's see. But yeah, I will flash a picture of that on screen. And Black Clover episodes 59 and 60. When I was watching this episode 59, I got a little confused. Because I didn't notice it at first. When it did close-ups of Fauna and her spellbook, I didn't realize it at first, and I didn't recognize the spell she was using at first. Until Asta noticed something and thought it looked familiar, and it flashed to Mars. And I'm like, wait. And then I looked closer at the spellbooks, and they looked just like Mars' spellbook, but probably slightly different. It still looked like it was two spellbooks stitched together. And at first, I thought she had his spellbook. Which, now that I think about it, doesn't make sense, because she ain't gonna let him how would she even get it from him? He ain't gonna let her anywhere near him. And, yeah, she would have to go to the Diamond Kingdom to get his spellbook before all that, because he still was able to use his magic. Well, actually, what am I saying? You can still use magic without a spellbook, but still, he ain't gonna let her near the spellbook. So something was definitely up. But thankfully, Noelle was able to show up and help take out this salamander with a sea dragon's roar, which was awesome, to be completely honest. Noelle is awesome, and she's starting to try and get over, the abuse from her siblings. Oh boy, I can't wait till she makes them eat their words. I cannot wait to see that. It'll be so satisfying. But, yeah, Asta ended up causing her to get her third eye, and it turns out that, I think the human that, Licht and the other elves knew was the possible first Wizard King. Was it? Because it looks familiar from when it would show the events of the Wizard King fighting the demon every time. I thought it might have been him, and then I don't know if, I don't know. But I'm assuming that Fauna's reincarnation was either a human woman or an elven woman. I think it was a human woman, I'm not sure, because she ended up being pregnant. Apparently with a kid that would join both the humans and elves together, from what I gather, or what I remember from the flashback. So it might have been a half-human, half-elf. Sadly, I don't know if the kid ended up surviving through the pregnancy because, well, all the elves died. So I don't know if it came to term and then the attack happened, or if it happened while she was pregnant. But she obviously died. So, yeah, one of the elves brought up something when that attack was happening, that the only one who knew about that place was that human that Licht had known, who was a friend of his. So, did the human Wizard King betray the elves, or was there like a misunderstanding where one side thought one thing and the other side thought another, and it turns out it was something completely different? Maybe we'll find out. I don't know. We still got a long way to go for this show, but yeah, this is getting really interesting. But yeah, now Fawn is even more dangerous than before. And now the salamander's down for the count. Sort of. At least it's not in the air anymore. It's damaged. However, episode 60, it still can fight. And we actually break to where Fonzel and the others are at. And he ends up going to face off against the two generals, Lardros and Mars. And it turns out that they were both students of his. And why does Lardros' eyes look like that? Because they looked normal in the flashbacks of when he was a kid. So, what happened? But yeah, apparently he has no magical element affinity thingy, whatever. But he can use like a reinforcement magic. So it's not like he didn't have magic at all. And Fonzel was taking out the other enemies. And actually, while that was going on, Mariella, I think that was what her name was. I don't know if I'm confusing myself with Seven Mortal Sins. His student had organized all the witches into different squads and had them go in and attack the enemy as well to help out. And, yeah, Lardros showed that he has an ability that allows him to absorb magic and then send it right back at the enemy, essentially. So it's essentially like Miracote, where you absorb special attacks and then send it back twice as strong at the enemy. And he sends it at the forest where everybody is at, and Fonzel tries to go and save Domina, protect her, but he gets hit in the process. And Lardros decides that he's going to try and kill Domina. Thankfully, before he can do that, Mars steps in and stops it. And now he's working with his old teacher again. Yay! Mars is on their side. Thank God. And that's good because he's very powerful, and you do not want him as an enemy, essentially. So, now they have to figure out a way to try and take him down, so that way they can go and help the others, because they're still trying to fight Fawn at this point. But the big twist is next episode. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, Black Clover is awesome, and I cannot wait to see the next arc because I am completely done with the Forest of Witches arc, essentially. Because the others just got back to the Black Bull's hideout, and, oh boy. Yeah, I don't know, just so you know, for that episode, the subtitles were being all weird, and, like, when Gordon speaks, you usually see subtitles above him showing what he's actually saying. Those popped in way before he even got on screen, so I don't know what was going on with that episode. I don't know. Anyway, here's hoping that doesn't happen again, and I will see everybody next time.